Welcome today. I've got Katie Snyder, and next to Katie we have Anna Skulderman.
Hello.
Yeah, and then Katie's daughter, Charmaine Cook. Welcome
Hi,
across.
nice to be here.
Yeah, now, Katie, in Lebanon, surely everybody should be depressed, but I found most people to be happy.
Isn't that unusual?
Yeah, 49 people out of every 50 don't suffer depression. So what is depression for those who are unfortunate enough to experience it?
Well, it's a feeling of sadness when you should be feeling happy. You know, just in ordinary life, when you would be going along and you should be feeling happy, it's feeling sad. Or for men, perhaps, more a feeling of emptiness when they should be feeling full.
Okay, so when you've got your families around you and it's a nice day and you're still feeling empty inside,
That's
okay,
right.
that's depression. And it's a sickness.
Yes, it is a sickness.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what causes it? Tell us just some of the issues around depression.
Well, us three ladies have had the privilege of being able to attend Dr. Neil Nedley's Depression Recovery Training Program in Australia in February. And Dr. Nedley comes up with some, he said that major depression is like a constellation of symptoms. It's more than one cause. Okay. And so he has these things he calls hit categories. And there's 10 hit categories. And the first one is there may be a genetic hit. In other words, some member of your family has suffered depression. Or there may be a developmental problem, like perhaps abuse in your past or not being raised by a birth parent. There could be a lifestyle hit. That's some things that maybe you should be doing to help yourself or the way you live your life. There's circadian rhythm hits, and that can be to do with how your body rhythms are. And
I knew that Dr. Neil Nedley was a doctor when this famous man who studies depression said, if you've got a circadian rhythm problem, you're probably going to have depression. What's he talking about?
well,
sleep.
He's talking about sleep. Yes. And interestingly enough, he is fairly big on light therapy, and this means they carry little light boxes around the world, don't they? And they turn them on at certain times of day because your body runs on rhythms, and these are called circadian rhythms. So it could be partly to do with that, and of course sleep deprivation is something that a lot of people with depression suffer.
So there's various life factors.
There are.
Some of them physical, some of them emotional, some of them what we've suffered when we're children, and even our DNA makeup.
That's right. It can be. Addiction, toxic, or some people go through grief, other people have a medical condition, or it can be a frontal lobe problem.
Okay, now Anna, your friend, she went to the course too, did she?
She so did.
Okay. Anna, can I ask you about the course itself with Dr. Nedley? He's an American. Okay, tell us about the course. Why did you go? What happened when you went?
Okay, well, I guess my primary reason for going was because I have been a depression sufferer through my life, and at the first time that I had depression, I didn't really know what to do, and I didn't really have the support that I needed. But somehow, and I believe it was God, helped me through and led me to some practical ways of alleviating it. Okay. The next major time I suffered from depression, I was fortunate enough to have a doctor who wanted to look at lifestyle solutions, and she made the time to help me through with using lifestyle to help me through the depression. And about that time I became aware of Dr. Neil Nedley and the book that he's put out, Depression the Way Out.
Oh, thank you.
And so I learned a bit about his program and about how successful he was. And so when Katie told me that he was going to be in Sydney, Australia to run this program to help people who had depression, I thought, I've got to go. And Katie told me, you've got to go. And so,
take much convincing.
And I didn't take much convincing because I was aware by then that depression isn't something that we have to suffer with for years and years and years. There is a solution.
Did you find lifestyle factors of greater power than medical?
Well,
or just...
I've never had medication for depression, but I know of people who work in areas, nurses, etc., who work in areas where they dispense medication. And their comment to me was, we never actually cure someone from depression using medications. The lifestyle approach is a cure for many forms of depression.
So you suffered depression as a Christian?
Yes.
But it was lifestyle you needed to change to climb out of it, is that?
Well, Yes, yes. I think probably for me as a Christian, the main thing for me was spending time in God's Word and just going through all those promises to help me to trust in Him to see me through it.